Okay, take two. It's Ashley, everyone, and I'm coming to you with a week 7 update. I recorded this video previously, but it got deleted when I went to my sister's baby shower this past weekend. Today I am 7 weeks and 6 days. My days roll over on Wednesday. My new due date is December 2nd, 2015. Based on my last menstrual period, my due date should have been November 28th, but I'm assuming maybe I ovulated late, so that pushed the due date back. When I was 5 weeks and 6 days, I did have to go to the emergency room because I had bleeding and cramping. By the time I was seen by a doctor in the emergency room, the bleeding had stopped, and the cramps had kind of somewhat subsided. They ran some tests and noticed that I had a urinary tract infection, which was the cause of the cramping and the bleeding. They prescribed me an antibiotic, told me to take it for a week, and everything should be fine. I did that. I was able to receive an ultrasound so that I could see my little peanut. Little peanut was measuring 5 weeks, 6 days. Was able to see the heart flickering, which had just started to beat. So the heartbeat at the time was 102 beats per minute. I was even able to hear the heartbeat, which was a beautiful thing to hear. It kind of eased some fears, that were, running through my mind. I think that any first time mother kind of experiences. Okay, so fast forward, I had my 7-week appointment. It would have been last Wednesday. I was 7 weeks on the dot. I got to go to my first prenatal visit with a doctor that I heard so many wonderful things about. He was very patient. He was very informative, very thorough, and was just an easy, gentle person. Okay. I had my vitals taken walking through the door of my appointment, and my blood pressure was a little high. It was 146/90. That could have been due to me being anxious, excited, worried, all rolled into one. I say worried because earlier that morning prior to the appointment, I was spotting pink. Okay, and everybody says, okay, you're going to spot during your first trimester. It's absolutely normal, but anytime you see any pink or red, your mind freaks out. So I was a little freaked out prior to the appointment. Okay, let's see, my hemoglobin, my iron, what else, my weight, I think everything else was normal. I am a plus size female, so of course I think I'm going to be considered high risk because of my weight. He didn't say anything about my weight. He didn't mention anything about my weight. There was no issues whatsoever. Okay, upon going back to the exam room, I was given a pap smear to check for any abnormalities of the womb, as he said. I think they swabbed to take, I guess, some tests so they can run for the lab, and then proceeded on with a transvaginal ultrasound. During the ultrasound, I was able to see baby and see the heart flickering. And let me get my ultrasound photo. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm tired. Oh, it's in the car. I'll make sure I show it next video or attach a picture to the video. Was able to see baby. Baby was measuring at 7 weeks to be exact, which pushed my due date from 11/28/2015 to December 2nd, 2015. So my guess is I think I probably ovulated later than expected. So after that, he asked me, had I been on any medication? I informed them that I take metformin and calcium along with my prenatal. Okay. He asked me, was I diabetic? I let him know that I was not a diabetic, that I was taking the metformin to regulate my hormones, to help with my cycle for polycystic ovarian syndrome. So he said that I need to come back in 2 weeks, which will be April 29th, for a follow-up appointment. Since the appointment, I have stopped taking metformin cold turkey. I didn't wean myself off of it. None of that. I just stopped taking it. I noticed that while taking the metformin, since about 6 weeks, I have been nauseous to the point where it was somewhat unbearable. Like, I noticed that the moment that I took the metformin, at least 10 minutes of it being in my system, I was sick, overly nauseous. And that is one of my symptoms for week 7. Week 7, extreme nausea. Extreme nausea to the point where I barely like to eat. And when I do eat, it upsets my stomach. It makes me feel as though I can't keep it down at all. I find myself eating fruit cups, Jell-O with fruit, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I think is the heaviest thing that I could eat without me feeling like I want to, vomit what I've just consumed. I find myself trying to eat saltine crackers, ginger ale, even chewing gum. That seems not to work. Like, I'm nauseous right now, but I can kind of get through it. I've been drinking ginger ale for like the past hour, just sipping on it slowly to see if that will help the nausea pass. Symptom number 2, fatigue. It doesn't matter if I'm off, doesn't matter if I worked, doesn't matter if I've done anything, nothing. Like, when you're ready to lay down, lay down. My body will completely shut down. It doesn't matter if I had something planned or not. It's like I don't have the energy to do anything. So I just go to sleep. And I sleep until my body says, it's okay. You can wake up now. And being that I take naps directly after work or, throughout the day if I'm not working, I sometimes find it hard to go to sleep at night. Not because, I've taken naps or anything, but because I can be tired, but it's harder to get to sleep at night. I do find myself being overly hot, hot to touch. I feel like hot air is always being like blown on me, even if I have the AC on, which is crazy. And I'm always thirsty. I drink water 24/7. It could be fruit water, carbonated water, plain water. I just have to have water all day, every day. And I would think because I drink so much water that, I would have frequent urination, but I don't. I do go quite often, but not as much as I drink. I would think that I would go like maybe every 15 minutes or so. I have a constant fit, like I have cotton mouth all the time. Like, my mouth is dry right now because I'm, speaking with you ladies, letting y'all know exactly how I feel and what's going on. What else do I experience? Sore boobs. I tend to have sore boobs when I have a bra on, and I don't know why. maybe it's because they're confined or whatnot. They just like to be free. But I noticed that my nipples are more sensitive to fabric being rubbed up against them more than anything. What else? That is about it that I really feel. I really don't have any cramping or anything like that. When I sleep at night, I like to sleep on my stomach. I find that when I sleep on my stomach at night, that it's tender, like on certain sides. I'm not sure if that's where baby is laying. I know that they're cushioned and cozy in there, and that me laying on my stomach is not affecting anything, but it's really tender. Oh yeah, another symptom that I have headaches all day, every day. I know we can take Tylenol for them, but I guess I'm the type of person that just does not take medication unless necessary. So I kind of deal with it. They're not as bad as like maybe a migraine or anything, but it's close to a migraine. It's always on the same side, and that's about it. I really don't suffer from bloating because I don't eat. And they say if you're bloated, you can suck your stomach in. When you're not bloated, you can't. I can't suck my stomach in. So I'm not sure if I'm starting to develop a little bump. Some families say, well, the family that knows says that I look pregnant, but I don't see it just yet. I see that my face is getting smaller. My skin, it's not really changing, but I do have acne around where my hair is, on my forehead and everything. That is really disturbing to me because I don't have acne at all. My hair, I'm a natural sister, so I put like oils and everything on my hair every morning, but my hair still seems to look dry and brittle, and it just looks yucky. Doesn't matter if it's in a bonnet or not, it just looks blah. I really don't have energy, but this is my 7-week update.